Listen, I don't know how in the world this thing can already be on clearance, and it just came out in March.
Ray Guns Legos, bricks and toys.
Yeah, so I found this thing actually on clearance. I was really surprised. I had never seen this. So, my local Walmart, we get a lot of Ninjago stuff. It seems kind of late. Um, I just got the Kai on the motorcycle set, which that hadn't been out for too long. But that had just been put on shelves. But I think it was supposed to be out on shelves in like March. No, probably a little bit earlier than that. But I didn't see it till May. This thing came out in March, and it was on the shelves for like $15. It's normally $20. So I was like, hey, I don't actually have a J yet, and I was like, this is pretty cool. It's a 4+ set. We get a mutation monster. We get J. They're both repeats of figures that we've had before, but I don't have either. And I was like, hey, it's another mech. I'm always good for mechs. Now this is a 4+, which means that the pieces, you're not going to get really anything that's like in the 1x1 scale. We don't go that small for the 4+. And the builds themselves are going to be pretty basic. Only 107 pieces, but I was like, hey, $15, we get Jay and a mech, and then we get a mutation monster and his own mech. I say that's well worth it to me. So let's put this together tonight. Yeah, we'll review this. Like I'll review it as a review, but yeah, let's put it together. Let's see what we got. Now we got these two legs that are separate. They're actually not built in anything. They got some anti studs and some studs on there. Pretty cool. Clips, and we're gonna go with bag one. So we'll go bag or book two, bag two over there. We'll go bag one right here. I've already scanned it, gone ahead and registered it, put it in. Let's see what we got. All right. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and build this guy. Whoa. And it's weird that, again, I don't think this is that old of a set. And it has plastic bags, which I think we've gone pretty much to paper at this point. So, I don't know. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong on this one, but like I said, I'd never seen this one before, and it just happened to be on clearance. It's like the shelf has been empty forever, and all of a sudden now it's on clearance. It's like, wow. So, way to go find that old back stock and put it out there. Alright, so we got ourselves a J. He does have dual printed heads, so he's got the dragon head, and then he's got his regular head. Let's check out his regular head with the hood on. Ooh. And then we'll put the Dragon Rising eyes on. Now, the Dragon Rising sets, I have Kai with his mech, and then I've got Lloyd, I think, with his dragon, Force Dragon, which I love that dragon. So, that is Jay. It looks pretty good. Almost looks like this would glow in the dark, but I don't think it does. And it's yellow. It's not like a deep set yellow. It's just kind of a very light, almost like GID glow in the dark yellow, which I dig. Got him a katana sword, and that's it. He doesn't have anything else. He's got a mech. He doesn't need anything else. So we got ourselves a 2x3 and a 2x2 socket set piece here. And then we got ourselves our little glow in the dark 1x2 brick, and it's a 1x2 brick that has the Technic pinhole in it. Kind of like that. And the instructions are very basic. They're not. There's really nothing to it. As a matter of fact, we'll just kind of do it like that so you can kind of go along and see. There we go. So we've got this Will here piece. It's going to go right on top. Boom. Just like that. And then we got ourselves a ladder. That's going to go on the back. It's going to cover that Technic pinhole there. It's a 2x2 to ladder. I kind of dig that. So I guess he's got a ladder to crawl up and go onto the butt. We're going to go ahead and put a 2x2 here. And, oh, I think that's the crotch area on the bottom. And then that's going to flip this way. This shield tile is going to go right here. And then we need a Technic pin. Technic pin's going to fit right into there. I love it when we get that nice snap. And then we got our 2 dragon legs. Now, these are supposed to fit in. These are Technic pins, so let's see, would it fit in if we were to put it that way? Yeah, it would fit in that way. Very cool. That's got some good uses to it. I like these legs. Oh, nice. And got a little bit of ratchet to it. Alright, so we're going to put both the legs on. Looks pretty good. And then we got our bucket piece. Now, this is the same sort of thing that we've gotten with the Marvels, Nexo Knights. It is like a kind of a standard, like, minifig bucket seat sort of thing. So, we've seen this before. And then we've got on the back, we're going to put 1x2 plates with ball sockets on there. Boom, press everything down, nice and neat. Now, it doesn't say to put it on there. I've gone ahead and put mine on there because I don't follow directions very well. That's just the way it runs, man. Alright, so we got our little sloped or our slanted plate. And then we're going to be putting some modified 1x2 plates with clips. 1 and 2. Very nice. And then a 2x2. And then another modified. So we've got this is a modified 1x2 with a sideways clip. And then we're putting a 2x3 on there, building this back out. On the inside, we are going to be putting this modified plate here down. Boom. And then we've got our bucket front. So again, introduced with the Nexo Knights, where we've got these pieces. We use them a lot in Marvel. I actually used them, I think, with Kai's Mech. Used it with the Venom Mech. Used with... trying to think what other mech I have, but I think Zane... I don't know if Zane used this portion, but he did use this portion here. Yeah, the Zane mech was a little bit different. It was... I remember, like, putting that together going, it's a little strange. Not exactly what I would have thought. Alright, now we have these really cool, and these, I believe, were introduced this year. And I want to say, the dragon, the Force Dragon that comes with Lloyd, has this sort of thing on the tail, which is pretty nice. We're using as wings, and probably a tail as well. Alright, so we're going to set that down. We need a 2x2 with double bar, and then a 1x2 plate. We're going to fit that onto here. And then we need a modified plate. Go right on the end, and then that other piece. So that way we can make looks like a little tail piece. And then 2. So these, we do have 1x1s, but they're 1x1 slopes. Pointed slopes, to be exact. 1 and 2. And again, the yellow is bright, but it's bright enough it actually looks like glow in the dark. If we didn't want to use these anymore, we could actually use these as cheese pieces too. Definitely fitting with that cheese wedge sort of vibe. I'm going to fold the tail up a little bit like that, but yeah, here we go. Very nice. I guess you could always set it down that way if you want, but it sets well enough that I would just fold it up, honestly, kind of like that. Alright, now we get we're going to start making some arms. We've got this and this. We're going to snap that onto the end. And then we need another 2x3. Now that's going to go here and cover this section here. One. And then we got our modified kind of rounded slope engine brick in gold. We need this piece here. So this is a textured 2x2 half brick, or 2/3 brick to be exact, but I call them half bricks. That's going to go right on top. Boom, just like that. So we've got kind of a plate with clip, and then a half brick that's going up there. We've got this 1x2 plate with bar. And now we're going to be putting this sloped piece on there. It has an indentation here for 1 plate height. So that's going to go over there, fit onto here, and be like a really nice kind of hand. And then we got 2 claws. So let's go ahead and put, so 1. I didn't hear it snap down, so I'm like, wait a second. 2, there we go. So these are going to be working as claws, and we're going to be putting a blade in. Now, thankfully, I've got plenty of these that if I want to put one on the other hand, I can, because I only see one of them here. We're going to put that in there, and we're going to hold that down, so he's holding his blade, and that is going to fit right up here. Boom. Wow. I mean, again, pretty simple. 4 and up, there's really not a lot to it, but it's a fun build. It's a fun build. There were plenty. I really hope, I definitely hope that there's some kids that go and get that. At $15, you can't beat that. 20 is actually still a really good price, considering most of these mechs are about $10 to start. $20 is not bad, but 15, oh come on, you can't beat that. That is absolutely solid. Go ahead and put that plate on there as well, and then this bar up here. So yeah, as of right now, I would probably go and check like your local Walmart. Oftentimes, what's kind of weird is there are many times when it's like we will finally get stock in. It'll be on clearance, and then it'll all of a sudden not be on clearance anymore, and it'll go to the floor. Kind of weird how that works. When I worked at Walmart years ago, I don't remember having quite those issues, but they're there. I know it, so I don't think it's, I'm not going to deny it or say that it's something that doesn't happen and or exist. It's just, it's when it does happen, it's like, what? Okay, so we got our claws on there. I went ahead and put this sword in. So we got an extra sword, an extra wedge, and an extra pin. So I'm going to put the other sword in this hand. I'm going to put the extra wedge over here on the end of this tail, because I cheat often. I don't keep it quite the way it's supposed to be. I don't really have a place for this pin yet, so I'm just going to keep it around for right now. I'll just stick it on the inside of one of these arms. Boom. That'll end up going in the fodder bin, but yeah, looky there. And then we will put J in. Now, the hard thing is deciding what to do with the swords. Like, he's in his mech. He can't obviously hold the swords. He doesn't have a scabbard to hold the swords. So what I'm going to do is over here, when he's in mech, one hand will hold one sword. The other hand will hold the other sword. Boom. There we go. Very cool. Very cool. And I can put them with the Fire Mech later. I like that. I like that. That looks nice. All right, let's do our Monster Mech. We'll put that one over there. Kind of fit it like that. Boom, boom. Monster Mech. And then we'll call it a day. Now this one will be cool because this one has the first oversized head. I've never had a mega head before. Look at that thing. Oh, that is so cool. I like that a lot. Okay. So we've got our mutant here. Oh, nice. Look at that. It's got teeth and stuff. It's got a transparent arm. Go ahead and put that giant head on there. I dig this guy quite a bit. We'll go ahead and give him one claw here. Go ahead and put him in here. Got another claw. Looks like we'll have an extra claw, which is okay. That's okay. And then we'll put that hat on him. That'd make a really good basket too. Rah, rah. Oh, I love this. This, in my opinion, well worth the $15 right there. Like, that is quintessential kooky. I love the Ninjago monsters, by the way. They crack me up. I'm trying to remember, there was I think it's the one with Kai and the bikes. That Dragon Warrior is super cool. Super, super, super cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take that 2x3. We're going to add it to the 2x2 pen plate. This time we've got green. Now we're working in greens. We're working in lime green, primary green, and light green. So there is a difference. We got primary, we got light. They're very close in color, and then we've got that yellow green. This is gonna. I think this is gonna be pretty cool. Absolutely. I am liking what I'm seeing so far. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this down here for kind of a waist. Not that it's a waist, but like a waist, like it's waist body portion. Oh, just ignore me. Okay, we got a ladder here. Now the ladders are working as almost as a grill sort of thing. Alright, we're going to put the 2x2, and then we've got a shield tile that's going down. Boom, right there. So we got a shield tile. Looking pretty nice. That's going to pin into here. Nice little snap. And then we got our legs. Now these are some big mutant legs. Look at that. We do have anti-studs on the feet. And we've got 2 areas of studs, including regular pin. Alright, let's snap these guys in. Which we're going to be going this way. Almost like knee-feeted forward. Nice ratchet on there. Nice. And I like that these, I mean, they've got really good feeding, but you could almost like stick that onto a build too. Oh, that's, we need more of these. I bet you can make like weapons out of those, like standing cannons, things like that. That'd be cool. Alright, so we need 2 of these, 2, and they are 2x6s. 1, 2. And then we need our half. These are our half pyramid bricks, 1x2s, slopes, wedges. Then we got ourselves some claws, some 1x2 plates with claws on them, 1 and 2. And we're going to be sticking these right on there. So 1 and 2. Look at that, clawed feet, little spikies on the end. Make sure everything's nice and pressed down. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. And then our bucket. So we have a bucket. So a lot of this is built the same way. We got our bucket. We've got our 1x2s with ball sockets on the back. 1 and 2. Just like that. And then we are putting our slanted plate in bright green right up here. which is, I think, a little bit different than what we did last time. Yeah, it's just a little bit different. Slightly. And then we've got our modified plate here that's going to be our seat. We got our front, and this will actually be good. So I don't know. I know Lloyd has a mech, but nothing on this scale. This would translate well into making a smaller Lloyd mech because of that green. So that's something to keep in mind. This might even be worth getting another set just to do that down the road. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and snap this onto here. Boom. That's this part of the mech. And now we're building the arms. So, one and a socket. And this time we're putting these two 1x3 rounded plates with Technic pinholes in it. So, rounded with pinholes. Probably because we're about to decorate it with some stuff. We're going to go ahead and put that 1x2 with clip. And then this time we got shield tiles that are going to go here. And then we need another claw. That's going to go up here. And then a 1x2 half rounded tile. And then a couple of these tentacle pieces. And these are that bright green. Those look really good. If you weren't going to use it for this build, using them for plants as well that would work really well. Man, that's pretty cool. I dig this a lot. Okay, so it looks like that was, I did the wrong side, but that's okay, because I have a feeling they are built exactly the same. I'm going to go ahead and build this with the interpretation that this is the same as the other, and that we'll be doing that. So it's like almost like a skip pages in a way, which is okay. 1 and 2. We've got this one that's going to go up top. This one that's going to go down here. And then we got a claw and a tile left. This one gets the spear. Like that. And yeah, it looks like the same exact thing. Yeah, and then we're putting our guy in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to snap it onto there. Boom. I'm going to take, because there's nothing to indicate on the back of this mech. We've got kind of an empty spot here. I'm going to go back and look at it. Boom. Yeah, there's nothing there. So I'm going to take this little tile, I'm going to stick it to there so it has a little bit more oomph to it. And because this has kind of an extra spot, it's got an extra claw here, I'm going to take this, maybe I'll just stick it right over here on the end of this. So we got like a little plant monster tentacle leaf thing, kind of like that. Or I could even stick it right here in these claws. We'll put it on the inside of the claws, like that. Cat scratch. Technically that should be plant scratch fever. Now his claws can roll up in his hands. Like a fruit roll up, I believe. And then that can fit down onto him there. And let's see. Yeah, my man, that is it. That is cool. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I think this set is pretty wickedly done for the 4-up, and the extra pieces we get are pretty cool. You could definitely mix them in with what you got. That monster, that mutant monster, to Mutation Monster. I absolutely adore that. Printed bricks, no stickers. Pretty decent set. Definitely check your local Walmart. If this is going away, I'm actually kind of surprised it's going away. If you like Ninjago and you're like, hey, I need just a little set, or I don't have, Jay and a Mech, can't afford the giant one, this might be a really good alternative. And like I said, it goes with the J Mech as well, so the Dragon Mech. So yeah, I think when I review it, I'll probably bring the Dragon Mech down so we can compare them. Dragon Mech was a $10 set that was not a 4 up, 6 and up, but I think this probably looks like it's on par with it. So yeah, I'm digging this one quite a bit. I don't think I have a link for it in the store. That's okay. If I do, I'll put it in the show notes. Otherwise, hey, thank you all for showing up. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Like this video, it helps YouTube know what you like and what I'm making. Comment. Hey, I'm trying to really get this stuff out there for you all, so that way we can become better budgeted brick builders. And hopefully my voice is kind of a calm and soothing thing. So if you want to hear me build and talk about these builds and name the parts, whether they're right or not, hopefully this is a channel for you. So definitely share the love, share it with your friends, share it with people that you think would like it. Hey, thank you all for showing up. I really do appreciate it. I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Luck with the build. Happy brick hunting.